Yeah, the shining golden signs. Let your inner sparking night. Find a treasure, growing bright. Reach your far away and take a flight. Lucky enough, at least.
Okay, I heard you, so okay. So looks like we're good in audio. Looks like for some reason what do you call the broadcast is like super delayed today, but I guess we'll go with it. And then I think what we'll do is when we are signing off, I'm gonna wait a little bit and then I'll stop the stream. That way we don't cut ourselves off or something.
You
Yeah. Pretty much.
I love her. It's like, what did he say?
Right. All right. So you see the screen share, Zawa, right?
Yes, I'm on it.
Go on it. Okay, and you see it. Okay. It should be. And then do you see my face cam on your Discord?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. We are ready to go, I guess. Sorry about the delay. Well, welcome everyone. Hope everyone has been doing good and been having a smooth week and going into the weekend. And it was a bit of a dry spell, but we do have some stuff to talk about, so we'll make it work. Definitely, we can make it. We can make an episode out of it. So I think next week though, now will be a good time for us to take a little break. So we'll take a little skip. But yes, but today we do have Vivian as our dominant sort of theme here, because she is coming up pretty soon next week.
Wait, I need to check before I have to take her down. ZZZ, Vivian, Ajay. What is your Ajay? It does not say what her age is.
Oh, they never talk about the ages in the modern Hoyo games. They always like leave it very ambiguous. Yes. It's weird because like, okay, so Wise and Belle are old enough to have driver's licenses, and Belle was old enough to get hers renewed, her license or registration renewed. So that means they're definitely in their 20s, right? They have to be. And then of course you have Ellen, right? I think she's still in high school, right? Probably 18. And then you see someone like Corin is like, probably like maybe at oldest like, or at the most like 16, something like that. 16, maybe 14ish. Yeah.
Then you have Sokaku, which is still probably like single digits.
Yeah, I know, single digits, but like but the physical age is like maybe like 13 or something, but mental actual age is like like single digits. Considering that she still does drawings with crayons.
Stuff like that anime trope. Wow, how old are you, little girl? I'm 300 years old. She's an old lady. Oba-chan, do you need help? I'm 50. Huh? What?
Hey, what's on your head, by the way? There's like a yellow thing that's been like sticking in the camera. It's like, it was weird. Oh, maybe it's like something was happening. Oh, maybe the light, yeah. Oh, it's so weird. What was that? Wait, what was that?
It's the padding. So I need to buy a new one. The padding is coming out.
Oh, from the headphone?
Yeah, from the band. So I need to buy a new one.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget it's there.
Yeah. I was like, what is that sticking out of your head? Like, okay, anyway.
It's my demon.
Yeah,
Saying
yeah.
hello.
No,
Like,
it's the
oh.
it's the cow like that we were talking about last week. You know how anime loves their cowlicks or ahoge, which sometimes people may be like, "What? What'd you say?" Because it sounds a lot like ahegao, which means something. Well, it means something like silly face, but when you put into a context, a certain context, then it gets you know, then it gets a little more mature. Let's just say around that stuff. All right. So, anyways, we do have stuff to talk about. Let's go into the fighting games. Sorry, let me pull out the soundboard. Here we go.
This battle is about to explode.
All right. So a little bit of fighting game news. So there was this was pointed out from Dexerto, lovely site or account. Anyway, of all people, right? Dexerto talked about GamerBee, right? One of the veterans of fighting games, like one of the like oldest players, in fact. According to Dexerto, Street Fighter Pro GamerBee just broke the record for oldest player to join a major esports organization at 46 years old. He's been competing for almost 3 decades. This man is just been chugging. He's been doing the work. I love how they put a picture of Ryu for some reason, even though he doesn't play Ryu. I don't think he's not known for Ryu, but yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Why isn't this guy in the Hall of Fame yet?
I know, right? He definitely should have some sort of like Hall of Fame title or recognition. Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because GamerBee himself said in a quote tweet, "Thanks to Dexerto for the post. Actually, Sako from Japan is also 46 years old, but I'm only 1 day older than him, so not big difference. We both still fighting for our passion. Imagine how funny if we met each other in a tournament now." Right? Yeah, that's crazy, man. Sako is also up there too, in terms of like how old and stuff. It's fun. It's also kind of trippy though, like that there's not really like it's kind of specific, but it's like there's no like gamer that's like actually old ever since the dawn of gaming. You know what I mean? Like, if that makes sense. Like this, well, especially in fighting games, right? There's no like old person from the age of or the beginning of fighting games, because literally that's like James Chan, GamerBee, and like Sako and a couple other people, and John Choi and all that stuff. But so we haven't like gone to that point, right? You know, which I think is kind of interesting. But even like gaming, right? I think there's no like there's no like someone super old from like the very beginning of gaming, at least. I'm sure I'm sure there is someone out there, but they haven't been they're not like very outspoken or very present on social media or anything like that, and have not been showing up in like, oh, I don't know, fucking Jeff Keighley's E3, whatever the fuck it is, right? Summer Game Fest or something like that.
Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know? So I always find interesting, you know? But yes, there's obviously old people in the gaming industry, like developing games and all that stuff, right? But when it comes to like an actual gamer from like the beginning of, of gaming, still like prevalent and active and all that stuff, like I don't know, it's a little more, it's a very specific thing that I'm trying to get at here, but definitely in fighting games, yes, there's no like super old person just yet in fighting games, counting from the dawn of fighting games. So yeah, we're all kind of like getting old together, you could say. in a way. I don't know. Any thoughts on age when it comes to gaming?
Anybody can play.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm not talking about like old people getting into gaming now, but I was talking about like someone who has been there from the very beginning of whatever, right? So like,
well,
yeah.
it's more like he again. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame for recognition?
Yeah, Gamer-B, yeah.
Or just, well, it's more of the younger generation. Like this this should be like something like you should be proud of. Is like this man has, you know, you said, has been chugging.
Yes.
He pretty much is the what's it called, the face.
Almost, one of the
face of...
one of the old faces of let's say Street Fighter, for example, or just like fighting games in general, you know. So yeah, it's just awesome to see at least some sort of recognition in this case here. And yeah, I mean, it had a all right amount of like likes and all that stuff. In terms of views, almost 100K. So that's cool. Let me see. Yeah. Nothing prevalent in the comments. Just it's kind of cool though, and also kind of trippy that Sako is also just right up there with Gamer-B, but Gamer-B only is older by 1 day, so that's funny. And again, Sako is like another very old face and very very skillful, very respectable player from Japan. Okay, so that's that. Meanwhile, in the Fatal Fury side of things,
any questions? I have a question.
We have this. The fuck? He's like, what the fuck?
Ready to lose?
Ooh. He's like, fuck this.
The fight is now.
Okay, I kind of like that the fight is now kind of part. Like, okay, now they're actually, talking and all that. Yeah, it's getting them a little more. It makes them feel a little more like they're a part of, City of the Wolves, so to say. Getting them more involved. I like that. Yeah.
Which Mars, like, back then, what was it, Tekken 6, Tekken 7, they had the live action, like, short film. Yeah. Come on, SNK was that. I know you can find someone you can find some cosplayer too that almost looks like a Terry,
yeah.
to do like a small live action fight.
Yeah. I think over the course of this up to this point, Ganachi's presence has been a little more like kind of slowly growing a little more like likable by the audience, because at least he's funny, I guess, in some in more people's eyes, whereas Ronaldo still has those skeletons in the closet, you know what I mean? But at least Ganachi has YouTube videos that do have the views, and his YouTube channel has been growing slowly. And not to mention, he just appeared in WrestleMania, doing some sort of like DJ concert thing, specifically promoting Fatal Fury. So that's it does make sense though, because again, this is all like under the stakes of the Saudi Arabian prince, and don't forget that WWE is also kind of under that same situation with Saudi Arabian prince giving money to WWE as well. So it all kind of weaves together and makes sense if you dig into it a little bit, at least. So, it's not as random as you actually think it is. Though, nonetheless, it is cool to see more eyes on Fatal Fury and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, maybe Ganachi will be more well known because of this whole situation. So I think there is good things probably happening, at least on Ganachi's side of things, with his contribution to Fatal Fury. At least he's like actively contributing to Fatal Fury by having music and stuff like that, doing his DJ thing. He even has like the Fatal Fury like logos and stuff like that on his like his actual set, his rig and stuff like that. So he's like, I would say of the two, more likable, definitely, just from a quote unquote more objective standpoint, quote unquote. But Ronaldo, we haven't really seen him do anything other than appearing in these like videos, and like you don't see him like out on in the soccer field going like, hey, Fatal Fury, go play it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't done anything like that, or yeah. But let me see in the comments though. There are 5 stages of acceptance: denial, anger, bargaining, despair, and finally relief. Somebody says SNK had me in the first half, not gonna lie, but after that Evo showcase, I'm sold. I love seeing people go from what kind of joke is this to, you know what, this is actually funny, and I've agreed from day one. SNK reliving the 90s gaming ads. It's funny, and haters will eventually. It's funny, and haters will eventually realize that. I'm just glad SNK got real ads again. Ronaldo's Q&A video showed exactly why he shouldn't be taking any questions. Yeah. There was that video with Ronaldo like answering like very simple questions, and it was like very scripted, and it was just like it was kind of a nothing burger. Yeah. This should have been Ronaldo's reveal, to be honest. I think this is some this comment is catching on to something. I think that should have been. I think Ganachi maybe should have been revealed first, and then show Ronaldo like in this video, and then be like, "Oh yeah, he's in the game." Yeah.
It's like they did it backwards.
Now that you look at it from at this point, yeah, definitely is what it felt like here. Can't wait for Salvatore to show up and drown in pools at Evo. Yeah. That would be funny if he actually participated in the tournament. We got Ronaldo versus Ganachi in the Fatal Fury game. I love how he spelled it, Fatal Fury game. That's a funny typo there. Before GTA 6. That actually is mind-blowing. And the game is actually coming out pretty soon, right? Because it is right around the corner, I believe. Though there is a catch to that, which I will go ahead and bring that up now. So, okay. There was a bit of a announcement from the Fatal Fury X account saying, please advise that the following game modes will not be available for Cristiano Ronaldo at launch. Arcade, the it says EOST, but I think that's the RPG mode, and then the color edit is not available for Ronaldo. Arcade and EOST mode or whatever will be added in a future update. Sorry to keep you waiting. Please wait a bit longer. So something is going on here, right? Like something a little funny, you know, and maybe Ronaldo was actually the last minute addition, whereas Ganachi was more planned ahead, maybe. I don't know. Maybe do you have a guess or anything you wanted to comment on?
Whether they're going to make it, ouch. Either he's trying, like, what I'm thinking is like maybe he's trying to have his own input of how his character should be handled, you know?
That does sound plausible, but I doubt that I doubt that's what's happening. I feel like maybe maybe there is a little bit of that in the background, but I think for the most part, maybe they're trying to balance Ronaldo a little bit because of what happened with the Evo showcase, where he seemed pretty sick or pretty nasty, you know, and so if we have him as is, a lot of Ronaldos will be showing up online, and they'll be doing all of the juggling, you know, the ball juggling stuff, and people are gonna like be turned off by it. You know, all the newcomers will just be like, "Fuck this," and stuff like that, and especially for people who hate Ronaldo, you know. So maybe they're trying to adjust that at the moment. Maybe that's what's happening, which may in turn make Ronaldo a little less fun for some people, but maybe that's what's happening. Or there may be something about, I don't know, maybe like a logo or some artwork involving with Ronaldo that's being worked out with like trademarks and you know all those like rights and all that stuff being worked out, and they're trying to like get that cleared before they add that into the arcade mode and the RPG mode or whatever you call it, the story mode for Fatal Fury, because it specifically says following game modes will not be available for Ronaldo. So it looks like each character will have their own story mode, so that's actually kind of neat. That's what it sounds like to me anyway. It's not like, oh, okay, you go into World Tour, you know, in Street Fighter 6 and you pick your you know, John Street Fighter, like you create your MC or whatever, right? You know, seems like that's not the case here in Fatal Fury. Like, looks like there's the mode for catered, the mode that's catered for each character. So that could sound if that's interpreted correctly, then that seems to be pretty neat. But also that means, I guess, because of that, they're trying to make sure that Ronaldo is ready to go, so that he's fun, but also he's not too crazy to turn away people, because you definitely don't want that. Understandable. Maybe have him a little weaker at the start, and then slowly adjust back his crazy stuff or something. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a game dev. I'm not here to like balance fighting games or like that. I don't have any of that experience, but I'm just kind of like spitballing it. Alrighty, so I think that's that for now. Any other comments about Ganachi, like Ronaldo, anything relating to that? Like, are you okay with their presence at this point, or?
I mean, yeah, like you just have to acknowledge it. Yeah, they're in the game.
They're in the game.
Mm-hmm. For the people who don't want to play them. Yeah, don't play them.
Mm-hmm.
Play the other characters.
Right. There is the issue of writing into them on online, but again, like you said, like, you know, they're there. You know, that's, you know, there's no turning back. It's not like you can turn the clock back and go back and delete them or whatever, you know. You just have to take it for what it is and make your decision. Like, do you want to buy the game or not? For me at the moment, I'm more now on the fence between buying and not buying. Whereas before I was like, okay, I want to buy this game to lab it or whatever, and maybe check out the story mode for a little bit. But now I'm kind of like, right. I'm a little like on the fence. Maybe I'll buy in May instead of just buying it day one. But I don't know. We'll have to see. But other than that, I'm overall at this point indifferent with the Ronaldo Ganache stuff because I'm not so like passionate as much as other people are with Fatal Fury. But I do understand the initial feelings, at least, with these inclusions. Because, yeah, they took away the slots of other characters, right? Other older veteran characters that do deserve their return as well, including Duck King and such like that. Because he's the joke character for Fatal Fury, but Ganache looks like at the moment is initially taking that spot. So, but hopefully, Duck King will be in the next season, after this first one, right? And let me remind you all that it is $60, but the $60 is including the season 1 pass. So it's basically a regular ass game with DLC thrown in there. Which I kind of wish other games and other such fighting games kind of follow suit. You know. But in any case, we will conclude that for the fighting games. So up next, let's go ahead and transition into Frontline news. Well, that was instant. But anyway, so this is a little bit of an important update for those who want the Switch 2. This is from GameStop, of all places. Right, makes sense. They're a retailer, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So it says in a statement, pre-orders for Nintendo Switch 2 will begin Thursday, April 24, 2025. At launch, the price for the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will remain as announced on April 2nd at $449.99. So $450. The same price. And the Nintendo Switch 2 Plus Mario Kart World bundle will also remain as announced at $499.99, or basically $500. Pricing for both physical and digital versions of Mario Kart World, $80. And Donkey Kong Bonanza, $70, or $69.99, whatever, will also remain unchanged at launch. However, Nintendo Switch 2 accessories will experience price adjustments from those announced on April 2nd due to changes in the market conditions. Other adjustments to the price of any Nintendo product are also possible in the future, depending on the market conditions. All right. And if you look over here, this is all the pricing for what's available for the Switch 2, including the accessories. All right. So as I said, the top four are obviously the console, the bundles, the two games. Yes, they're the same. Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller is $84.99. I think it was actually $80 previously. So now it increased by $5, I believe. I think it basically everything went up by $5, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So the Joy-Con 2 pair, right, the two Joy-Cons, if you want to get them for the Switch 2, are now going to be $94.99 USD. Okay. Charging grip for the Joy-Con 2 will be $40. The Joy-Con 2 strap will be $14. The wheel set for the Joy-Con 2, $25. The Nintendo Switch 2 camera will be $54.99 or $55, which, yes, that is for sure a $5 increase from the initial $49.99, I believe. The dock set for the Switch 2 is now going to be $120. So for whatever reason, if you want to, if you need to replace the dock for your Switch 2, that's going to be 120 smackaroos, I'm afraid. The carrying case and the screen protector will be $40. The all-in-one carrying case will now be $85. The AC adapter will be $35. Switch 2. All Switch 2, by the way, of course. And then the Samsung Micro SD Express card, 256 gigs, for the Switch 2 specifically, is going to be $60. All right. I think the Micro SD card did not go through a change. I could be wrong. I could be mistaken. But, yeah.
It'll be expensive.
Yes. If you want, especially if you want to get the 1 terabyte one, there is a 1 terabyte size, and that's going to set you back another $100 at least, $120 to be more specific. If you want to be all like, future proofed and everything, like all that stuff for the Switch 2 stuff, yeah, it's going to be a hefty investment at the start. So I'm already looking at like $600 if I were to go with the bundle and the Express card, 1 terabyte. All right, that is on me though. But yeah. Any comments on these prices or whatever, or this situation up to this point?
But I've seen it coming.
Yeah.
Which again, like, the accessories alone, you could just buy, a generic one. So,
the third party.
Console, but
the
third party. Thank you.
Yes.
Because at this point, you're just buying it for name brand, pretty much at this point.
Yeah. I figured that this was the case. I wasn't holding my breath on it. I was hoping it would be nice, right, to adjust the prices on the lower side of things, but no. They only
and they sticking.
They're sticking to their guns. Yes. At least they didn't increase the prices. At least let's put it that way. At least they didn't increase them. But when it comes to the main components, but the accessories, that's where it kind of it took an L on that one for sure. But at least with accessories, they are definitely more optional. And for me, I already have the Pro controller, so I don't need that, right? I definitely don't need a second pair of Joy-Con 2s, so I'm good at that. The charging
until you see your cursor going this,
and
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the stick drift, man, that's still an issue. It's still a possible issue, man. You're right. That is you gotta be a bite in the ass when that situation pops up. Oh, and then for the camera, for those who are worried, I have to get a camera. It actually works with any camera that has a USB Type-C input-output type of configuration. So you don't need to specifically get the camera, or this specific camera. You don't need to get it for the Switch 2, thankfully. It works with any USB Type-C webcam. So you're good there. Now, you could go more expensive if you want to, but you don't need to specifically get this for the Switch 2. Just to put that out there. If you already have a USB Type-C webcam, there you go. That you're covered there. But yeah, I do recommend at least getting some sort of express card with 256 gigs, or if you want to future-proof it, kind of quote unquote, 1 terabyte is probably the good number there, a good max. So, but unfortunately, no, it did not go down in price for any of these. In fact, the accessories went up. Right. At least for me, specifically for me, none of the prices changed for the main components, like the console, the bundle, Mario Kart World, and then Donkey Kong Bonanza, right? Did not go up in price. But yes, I did notice during the Mario Kart World presentation and other such presentations, including the Treehouse stuff, people kept spamming, lower the price, lower the price, lower the price, lower the price, lower the price. It just kept spamming and spamming and spamming. But despite those efforts, you know, they're sticking to their guns, I'm afraid. Will it keep going? Probably for like a good month or two after the launch, but I don't know. It's Nintendo. We're likely gonna buy it. We're gonna just, you know, have to suck it up, I guess. I hate to say it, you know, as someone who, you know, has been with Nintendo for a very long time. I definitely don't like what they've been practicing over the recent years, definitely. But you know, call me whatever, right? Hypocrite, whatever. Two-Face. I don't know. But I will try to get the bundle day one. I already registered for the pre-order, whatever the hell is. So I'll actually not partake in the regular pre-orders that's taking place on the 24th. What I might do is get something from the accessory lineup, like the express cards or something, maybe. But other than that, I will try to wait for the registration to go through and see if I get it in wave 1 or wave 2, whatever. And hopefully I get the opportunity to pre-order without any bots or whatever. Which is a whole nother story. That's going to be a fucking nightmare, because all those stores are probably going to get hit by those bots, and those switches are going to get bought up. Hopefully not, but I'm kind of like bracing that sort of impact. So for those who are trying to get it regular, like on the regular way, good luck. We have, as of this recording, what was it? 5 days. So by the time this episode comes out, it'll be even less. It'll be like 3 or 2 or whatever. So good luck to all. For those who want to get the Switch 2, hope you get your stuff that you want. And hopefully by the time the actual Switch 2 comes out, you're a satisfied Nintendo gamer, despite the hefty price investment. But nonetheless, I mean, I think the games themselves will be fine. I think the console itself will be fine. Hopefully there won't be any bugs or anything like, you know, the recalls and stuff like that. Hopefully not too much of that won't be happening. But I expect something to go wrong. Something. So any comments about the Switch 2 before we move on?
I'll wait till in December, because there'll probably be a better bundle.
Yeah, I get it. I will try to get it. Like I said, I'm gonna wait on the pre-order registration thing. Hopefully, I get the first wave or whatever the fuck, and you know. But if I don't get it, I think I'm not gonna like go crazy on the pre-order thing. I'm not gonna like stay up and fucking have fucking red eyes and stuff like that trying to pre-order. If it happens to just like fall on my lap, then maybe I'll do it, but that's if I don't get the sorry,
it'll fall on your face when you're sleeping.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like, what the fuck, what the hell was that?
Yeah. Yeah. But again, good luck, and hopefully you get your stuff. Alrighty. Meanwhile, I think this is relating to. Excuse me.
At the door.
Okay. Let me bring up the other tabs. Okay. So yeah, you're good. You're good.
You know, one was like, just gave me a bag of Cheetos and it's like, thank you.
Yeah, man, they're trying to take care of you, man. With Cheetos. Anyway, So yes.
You are your mother's daughter.
All right. So, from IGN, this is the same thing, but you can actually see the original price, so that's kind of nice. I didn't mean to rhyme there, but yeah. Anyway, so I think overall, yes, it looks like it is a $5 increase for everything. Although it looks like okay, yeah, the Joy-Con 2 straps only got a $1 increase. That's pretty funny. Like, what the fuck? Like, why bother then? Why bother?
Because money.
Money, yeah. It's like that one clip from SpongeBob with Mr. Krabs. Money. Okay, so this is the dock set is an exception, looks like, actually, because it looks like it was not $5 but $10, right? But although the dock set does come with the AC adapter and a HDMI cable, which is supposed to be like the high-speed one to work with the 4K feature or whatever. So $10 increase there, unfortunately. Everything else looks like, yeah, it's a $5 increase for the important bits. So yes, it's kind of, I would say, kind of thanks to the tariffs for the most part, but it also kind of is on Nintendo in the first place. But you know, we are living in that age right now, so maybe hopefully there'll be a bit of a rift or a bit of another rock in the boat in our favor in sometime in the future. But we'll have to see. We'll have to wait. All right. So I think we're good on that. Meanwhile, let's talk about Zenless. So previously we did take a look at the preview video for season 2 of ZZZ. And a number of the names popped up according to a Chinese version somewhere on the internet. I think it was on like Bilibili or something, like, I don't know. But well, according to Zenless World, it says because it is known in the Chinese version showed the voice actors of these characters, and keep in mind that the names may change when they make the official translation. Right, so here's the original Chinese page, right? And so far, here are the names for a number of these characters. So, not all of them, but a good chunk of them. So, 2 of them are obvious. Yishuan and Zhu Fufu have already been named, so we don't need to go over that too much. But the panda, right, it says, according to the translation, it says Pan Yin Hun. But it does say subject to change, STC. So interesting reading on that one, or translation on that one. Pan Yi Hun. Okay. The rabbit Theron, right here, we did see the bunny Theron, who happens to use an axe or whatever. So it's kind of like the cute character with the big weapon kind of trope. But anyway, her name appears to be Zhao or Zhao, I guess, depending on how you pronounce certain vowels or whatever. Again, subject to change. But it seems like for sure this Theron right here, who was like, you know, like walking downstairs and she got scared, that character is officially Alice.
No, the A is silent.
Lice. Just lice, not lice. Lice. Damn, that's mean. That's so mean. I mean,
like, sorry, her parents had a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, it's very perhaps dark sense of humor, maybe. And if that was the case, right, I imagine her backstory would be very, very sad. But next character, right? She is the character with the red hair, and she was like laughing or giggling on the ground, and she had like the raccoon companion with the hat. Her name for now is Fubo Yo Yi. Again, that's subject to change. So I imagine this is the character. This is the name that will change for sure, for for the sake of things. I think out of all the Chinese names, I feel like this or Fubo will go through a change. It feels like Zhao will be making it. Pan Yi Hun, like in the middle, I would say. Maybe like like in a bit of adjustment, like Pan something.
I would not bat an eye if his name is just Panda.
Panda, yeah. What if it's just plain
Like
old?
at the end of the road.
Yeah,
Yeah, just Panda.
yeah, Panda. Or
Like, what happened to your awesome like name? It's like, oh, sorry, that was my that was my that's my government name.
yeah, government name exactly. Yeah, yes. But here it gets a little more interesting. So the robot is turning out to be more of like an actual individual character, but we still don't know if he's playable or not. But nonetheless, individual character, the big robot, right? And I thought Seed was like like another division or whatever within the Oval Squad or whatever it is, but that appears to be his name. So he's named Seed. So we have Seed the robot now, our giant robot. Okay. And then one of the characters that I'm really interested into pulling, just from looking at the character, is the orange hair with the ram horns and stuff like that. And she had like a robotic tail. Her name is Orpheus. All right. And that name did pop up I actually like almost immediately. And then there was one last character that did appear in the final part of the video. And she's like, facing back and stuff like, or her back is facing us. And her name, according to this, is, at least for now, Yi Sheng Wang. Yi Sheng Wang is, I guess, the name we'll be going with for now. Probably the next character to go through like that change, perhaps, in how we read it. But yeah, so that's it for now. Any comments on any of the characters or names or whatever? Did you think they were like different names or anything like that?
Well, it's more of like back in like high school and intermediate school.
Yeah.
When we had foreign exchange students, they'll have their actual name and then their American names.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the students' names, her name was like Xiao Shung something like that, but her American name was Tammy, and I was like, I hate that. It's like, I'm not calling you your American name. I'm gonna call you, your actual name.
Yeah.
So if we go with like the panda, his American name would just be either panda or fucking, let's go a little bit on the nose, Poe.
Poe, yeah, right.
Zhu Fufu, I'll laugh my ass off if her name was fucking Becky.
Yeah. Well, but luckily it is Ju Fu for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other characters that's kind of like sticking out to you or whatever?
Seed's actual name is Davis.
Well, which one?
Seed.
Oh,
Seed's
Seed. Davis, yeah.
He's like, what is your name? Seed. No, what is your actual name? Davis. It's so like sad, like
yeah.
It's like, why don't you?
What if it was like Bob, but Bob was like like an acronym for like
oh yeah,
biomechanical some like. Same with Davis, like something. autonomous whatever variable system or something. Variable intelligence system. Yeah, obviously we don't see all the characters. That's let's remember that. All right. There was more I wanted to point out from. Oh, oops. Let me go back. There we go. It's endless. All right. We go all the way down because there's quite a lot, including Vivian, of course. Yeah, and then you can kind of see the fan art already kind of popping up. But I did wanted to point out Pan Yi, right? Because the voice actor, at least the Japanese voice actor, it's going to be Ryota Takeuchi, and he also did voice Alias, I think his name is, from Ancient Magus Bride. So that's kind of neat.
Wait. I was like, where's my daddy?
Yeah, it looks like he definitely is your sort of spirit animal for this patch or season. Excuse me. Yeah, season animal, quote unquote.
Can't wait for all those artists to draw them pictures.
Yes, them wonderful pieces of art. Yeah,
with him and Ben, and probably Lycon in the middle.
Right. Darui is also on the roster from Naruto.
Yep.
For those who recognize him.
Oh no, you pronounced the name wrong. Remember, you have to pronounce it like how Toonami pronounced it back in the Naruto.
God.
Like when I heard that, I was like, next channel.
Yeah, next. Yeah. JoJo Part 6. How do you pronounce that? Is that Dion G, or is it like Dang, or like?
It was supposed to be something else, but they had to change it to
Oh yeah, because
Dong.
Dong. Okay. Yeah, because the music references.
Yep.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty much it from what I recognize anyway. Though. The Yi Xun Guang, that's the girl that was facing backwards, is voiced by Mao. Mao has definitely more recognizable characters that I see, like Shion.
Character rosters, and for you Super Sentai fans, she was Gokai Yellow, which is Super Sentai Gokaija, which is the pirates, the space pirates. And she's been voicing like a lot of villains and characters in Super Sentai for a long time.
Damn, okay. Damn. Sentai veteran then, Jesus. Or Tokusatsu, I should say.
She's a Tokusatsu veteran. The only Tokusatsu she's not in yet is Ultraman.
Oh, wow.
She did not make the trifecta yet.
Damn. Okay.
And that's when, like, for us Tosaku fans, is like, that actor or actress made it. If they are in Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Ultraman, if they hit that trifecta, it's like, okay, they made it.
Yeah. All right. So, Shion from, I think that's Slime, and then Pecorin is from Princess. I think it was like Princess Connect. Something like that. It's another side games series. Narmaya, that's from Granblue. Iris from Fire Force. Meliscula from, I think that's Seven Sins. Yeah.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Deadly Sins.
She's one of the saints.
Okay.
I think it's been a while.
It's been a while, yeah. I stopped reading Seven Deadly Sins, unfortunately. Irie, that's from High School Elite. I need to watch all the new seasons. Um,
I like how you skipped the Europa.
Europa. Europa. I'm not super familiar with this version of Europa because I know Europa. There is a Europa from Grand Blue, but I'm not sure who this Europa is.
That's her anniversary. Like an anniversary skin for her.
Oh, from is that from
But Fate.
Fate?
From Fate.
Okay.
That's her. Yeah, that's her anniversary.
Oh, okay. I see.
Which we don't have.
Yeah.
That's JP for now.
JP for now. Yeah. It's been yeah. Yeah. I think it'll always be 2 years behind or something like that. But anyway, that's about it from what I can recognize anyway. Fauna is looks like from Black Clover, judging from this style. So a lot of like coverage when it comes to anime and stuff like that for sure. So we're gonna have some good voices in here, a good roster already. Zao is Naomi Ozora. That's a very uncommon name. But she's Uzaki from Uzaki-chan. And then we have Tamamo Cross. That's from Uma Musume. That's what I'm a little familiar with. Satania is from Gabriel Dropout. I think that's what it is. It looks like I thought it was Devil Part-Time, but all right. Yeah, that's all I can recognize. A lot of like characters that I'm not super familiar with, but from a series that I'm kind of vaguely familiar, if that makes sense. Although funny, there's another character from Princess Connect that Ozora-san is voicing or has voiced. Okay, so oh, okay, interesting. Maybe this character might be actually Japanese or more Japanese heavy because yeah, because this character is Fubo Yo, but in apparently in Japanese it says Yuzuha Ukinami, another uncommon name. She is voiced by Ikumi Hasegawa. She voices Archetype
mother.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Archetype Earth.
Archetype is.
Mm-hmm. From
I recognize.
Yep, and then Boji the Rock, right? A character named Ikuyo, right? Kind of familiar. I haven't seen that series. I also am familiar with this character from '86, but it's like Milise or something like that. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Mihono Bourbon. That's from Uma Musume. I am definitely familiar with that one. Sorry, what were you saying?
I know of her Azure Lane character because my friend has her playmat and her card sleeves, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna say anything because I would do the same with one of my favorite characters.
Right. We have Casablanca. Yeah, Casablanca is what you're referring to. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Azure Lane, man. Azure Lane is definitely a gacha game, all right. Still going too. Asuna from Blue Archive. But that's about it when it comes to like characters I'm kind of familiar with, at least. Okay, interesting castings thus far. And then we have Ishuan, right? Voiced by Mamiko Noto, who voices Ring from Inuyasha. Another reading from another series. That's funny. Ofuka from Persona 3. Scott Hawk. Grand Order. Vitorino, I believe that's from Azure Lane, if I'm not mistaken. Skirk, in Genshin. That's a upcoming character. I see this Sentai. Okay.
So that one was 2 years ago, Dawn Brothers. But her character, she's just a voice.
Okay, I see.
And it's like, you know, it's mother, but she has that little mother, you know, the motherly voice. Like, you know, go, my son, go, do crime. I will help you.
Do crime, I will help you. That's funny.
You are Kotomi in Clanad. People do not watch Clanad or After Story. Do not watch those.
Yeah.
Unless you want to be on the ground in a puddle.
Tears.
Fuck those shows.
Yeah, tears. Mavis from Fairy Tail.
I hate my friend.
Oh yeah.
For doing that to me. I'm gonna watch a fun anime. 3 hours later. What's wrong with you? Go away from me.
Yep.
Oh, she's Anna in Monster. Monster's a very good anime. If you like Psycho, like no, well, if you like horror type of animes, but it's not like monster and stuff, it's like actually like psychological and manipulative and seeing how someone can, you know, get into your head by just words. Monsters is a really good anime.
Gotcha.
What else?
Anything you recognize? School Rumble. I Yakumo. I do recognize that.
Okay. Of course, Fairy Tail. Then I watched Jingoku Shoujo. Magical girls. Clanad, as I said.
Yes.
Let's see what else. Akame got Kill. I only watched a little bit.
Yeah, I've only watched a little bit as well. I read more of it than I watched. Definitely.
Gangsta, I watched. Witchblade, I watched. I only watched Inuyasha in English.
Oh.
until when they brought it back to kind of like close the story. Then I watched it in Japanese.
Yes. Yeah, it's funny because Inuyasha is voiced by fucking Usopp. Has the same voice for Usopp.
Yukako is JoJo Part 4. Her stan is her hair.
Oh.
Elsa ReZero. Great grandmother.
Yeah.
Never played Persona. Any of the other Personas, only played 5. So
yeah.
sorry.
Same.
And of course the Super.
Yes.
That's pretty much it for Miss Natsu-san.
Yes.
Next.
Yeah. Jufufu is. Oh, she's okay. So Ayaka Sua. Sorry. Oh, she's Chris from Konosuba. Okay, that's interesting. Sorry. What did you want to point out?
Kukulkan, the new, well, almost 1 month old new character thing.
Gotcha. Okay, is she playable or?
Yeah. Oh. I couldn't summon her, so
damn.
I cry in my. A2
from
Nier game.
From Nier, yes.
Blood Orphan, really good Gundam show.
Yes,
but
yes, I've seen that one. Mijuna, oh my god, I've seen Mijuna in like fan art a lot when Dyna Zenon was like I know what you're trying to do. Yeah, when Dyna Zenon was like during the honeymoon phase.
Idol Master.
Idol Master, yeah. Arknights, I did play that for once upon a time. Gavial. Oh, more Arknight characters. Wow, Quora and Manticore. I am definitely familiar with those two as well. These two characters from Azure Lane, I can't pronounce the names to save their life. Galatea, yes, but Arthusia or Arthusa. I'm butchering that.
I'm just gonna call you Artie.
Yeah, Artie. Nigiv, that's from Girls Frontline. She's a yandere.
I like how you had to put that in.
Yeah.
Right? So does that mean this child is gonna be a yandere?
Right. Like, is she a yandere for food? She was seen eating. She got the sparkle in her eyes too when she's eating. Alice is voiced by Murakami, Natsumi Murakami, who is still newcomer, it looks like, when it comes to voicing. Love Live, she voiced somebody from Love Live. Azure Lane, she is a Theseus. That's all I recognize. So that's it. That's it for the voicing for now. One little, I guess, trivia when it comes to the upcoming season for ZZZ is that the Waifei Peninsula is the origin of porcelain, a mineral and material used in creation of weapons and technology. Jane and Evelyn's weapons, are, as well as Shingi's body, are made of this material. So that's a pretty interesting piece of trivia there. Yes, of course, Vivian and rerun of Jane are coming up for next week. Are you prepared, Zal?
I have money. I have a credit card.
You have of course.
That's what you do with credit cards, right? You use it to build up your credit score and drain your bank account.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Give me a moment here. Hold on. Let me see if I can actually reduce the GPU usage with something turned off. Hold on. So what's togging up the GPU? Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and close this broadcast. Yeah, I'm not sure why broadcast is like super hoggy at the moment. I'm afraid I'm gonna like have to turn off my background. So hold on. Until we get this sorted out for next time. Okay. Give me a moment. I'm gonna turn on this. Oh damn. Okay. Let's just go with that. And then I'm gonna turn off this. And hopefully that'll like fix it. And let me go ahead and shut off broadcast for NVIDIA. Do you still see my face cam, Zawa?
Nope. The face cam went kaboosh.
Kaboosh. Okay. I kind of figured that. Let's go ahead and I want to switch that over to the virtual camera. So now I think you just see my face, but you just see my bigger ass background, I'm afraid.
Yep.
And I'm gonna go ahead and fix that in here. Hold on. There you are. All right. It looks like we're now doing okay. The encoding is not saying like, oh, it's overloading or whatever. Okay. All right. I think we're back. Go ahead and check our audio real quick, just in case. I heard me. Can you say something? Can you make mic check?
Something.
Yeah,
Something.
and then yeah, the VOD is almost like now instant in comparison to before. So I don't know. It might have been just a little fluke. Yeah, I don't know what happened. But whatever I did, it just fixed it.
Something.
Something, yeah. All right. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and also yeah, it might have been just like a really random bullshit. I don't know. Annoying. We're back. Nonetheless. All right. Anyways, so where we leave off? Oh yeah, we did talk about Vivian for a little bit. I did want to ask you though. Did you see the trailer for Vivian? The latest trailer for Vivian?
No.
No, you did not. Okay. What we could do then?
Have live reaction.
Yeah. So what we could do is we could do a reaction to the trailer. It's only like a minute and a half, so it's not gonna be too bad. Let's go ahead and go to the
screen.
Oh yeah, sorry. Share screen. Thank you for the reminder.
In your face.
Yeah. And my cam. Virtual camera. Bam. There we go. All right. So, do you see my screen? Do you see this? Do you see Vivian?
Yeah.
Okay. This song, man.
パイトーンの名で悪事を働こうと許せない。消えるのです。
Yep. All right, man. What'd you think?
So, why did you want me to see a depressing video?
That's how it goes with Hoyo, man. They tug on the heartstrings. They like doing that.
Yeah,
Maybe a little too
it's
much.
like saying, like, "Hey, Zawa, let's go watch fucking After Story Clan ad."
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they get
I
you.
do like at the end, like how Vivian's like, "You tarnish his name.
Mhm.
How dare you? Now
Yeah.
you die."
Yeah, pretty much.
With a flock of birds, I almost did a fucking seagulls.
Talk about seagulls, yeah. Yeah, so for those who don't know, Vivian is supposed to be like a reference to a banshee. Because she can like tell the future, all that stuff. And then yes, in the video, she mentions of being rejected and stuff like that because a lot of times she can predict like unhappy futures and stuff like that. So people were like turning their back on her. But for whatever reason, she was inspired by Phaeton or whatever. So she strived to see them or meet them or whatever, and she became a fan ever since, I guess. But it's funny, like she also, for those who don't know, did partake a lot of like part-time jobs. So kind of referenced here in this frame. I
want that dress that she has. Because like how like only two characters, they have two different, no, three, have different characters.
Yeah.
I mean different outfits. I want that.
You want that to be an outfit? Yeah. Yeah, there's this one, and then there's this one too. What supposedly is the same uniform as one that is mentioned here. Let me go back. Oh yeah, her, Alice, and another character who is an NPC, at least at the moment. Her. She's also wearing the same uniform. If you look closely at the ribbon and whatever, and right here, the ribbon and like the band and stuff like that. Yeah, you can also definitely see it here better because you can see they're wearing the same thing, right? With the mark, the emblem, the red string and stuff like that. Yeah. So it looks like they all went to the same school, at least at some point. And then, yeah, and this is like more like present time in this frame right here ish. A little more. I'm a little confused though because is her umbrella like also a gun? Because I thought it was just a spear and a shield, I guess. But, I wonder what those bullets are. Weird. And then yes, she has the rockets on her skirt, which is like some of the funniest things I still find for Vivian. Which is like kind of like a combination of like fan service and like just something goofy because obviously it's on the skirt, whatever, but it has rockets or fucking thrusters. It's really funny to see. I wonder what the story is behind that, though. I wonder why she has that configuration. Maybe we'll find out in the story or in her
private story or whatever.
Yeah, the agent story. Yeah, agent episode, whatever you want to call it. Interesting. Any other comments for Vivian?
It's more of a like a little play aesthetics for me.
Mm-hmm.
I hope one of her idol animation, she's twirling her umbrella, and while she's twirling, small ether particles are just dripping from it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Or if but I did see some of her animation attacks and stuff.
Yes.
And when she's floating, she has rocket packs or whatever under her dress.
Yes.
I forgot who I was watching. They didn't have the camera, like they had the camera like this, so they only saw like the thrusters like, going down, and he's like, the person's like, is she farting?
No.
Is that how she floats? I was like,
God damn it, man.
it's like, this is a lady, you fucker.
Yeah. She got rockets. I mean, it can't be helped. She got rockets by her booty cheeks, so it's yeah. Pretty tragic.
I kind of wish it was the thrusters, so to speak, was in her shoes. Be it like a little bit like Sea Viper.
Yeah, Sea Viper from Street Fighter. Yes, that would be very reminiscent. Yeah, there's the Banshee reference right there for those who don't know or who haven't caught it already. Yeah,
For people who don't know lore or the mythology of Banshees, I think they're Scottish. Scottish or Celtic, one of them. I think it's Scottish. And what Banshees are, they're spirits, and when they wail, that means somebody nearby is about to die, or if they wail in front of a house and you see them, that means somebody in your family is about to die.
Yeah, this is Irish. Yeah, it's an Irish thing or mythology. Who heralds the death of a family member, usually by screaming, wailing, shrieking, or keening. Her name is connected to mythologically important Tumuli mounds that dot the Irish countryside, which are known as Side or Sid in Old Irish. So, but bringing in the Irish stuff in there. I thought she was like another vampire, which is why she stuck with Hugo, because like she's another vampire that got outcasted by people, and she can tell the future too, so that doesn't help, right? But she's a banshee, or she's a reference of a banshee, and then Hugo is a reference of a vampire for right now, until I guess. Oh, I don't know. Like, maybe they're both Therans, and they're both Therans of something. Like maybe Hugo's like part bat or whatever, and then Vivian is something else. They both have the ears, the elf ears or whatever, the pointy ears. So that means something. It has to mean something, other than the sake of just design. They just have elf ears for no reason, but I don't know. Anyway, both Zawa and I are going to pull for her. Yes, it will hurt, but at least for the most, well, at least for me, Hugo will be like the resting period. I don't know about you. Are you are you gonna go for Hugo, or are you gonna?
Yes. That's why I said credit card, motherfucker.
Right. Because you want the set for Lycan and Hugo.
Yeah.
You want the
Gotta have the X's together.
the axes together, yes. Gotcha. I mean, it'll work because yeah, he's a DPS and then Lycan's the stunner, so they'll work together one way or the other. So, but for me, Hugo will be the resting period, and then hopefully that'll lead into season 2. Who knows if what's her name? Ishuan will be the first, but I imagine she'll be pretty important to pull for, so I'll have to pull for her. I feel definitely. But for now, I need a ether and anomaly unit, so there you go. Vivian will definitely cover
Wait,
that.
you don't. I mean, wait. So besides the freebie Nicole, you don't have Zhu?
What? No, I don't have a ether anomaly.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm still lacking on anomaly stuff because I don't have Yanagi, I don't have Jane. I barely just got Burnus, you know. Grace, that's a given, but you know, whatever. She's a standard character. She's alright.
For like launch characters, I still don't have Grace.
Oh damn.
Like she's my last launch character.
I don't have soldier, so I'm I still don't
You
have
want to trade?
No thanks. Grace is actually pretty good for a standard character. She's kind of like
I'm waiting for.
Go ahead.
I'm waiting for like what you call? I want to see an interaction between Grace and Seed. Where you just see Grace going like, oh, I have my I have my screwed. But Grace is like, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like she's just like, I'm ready to experiment on you, and you just see Orpheus just going like, please do not touch him. I will kill you if you touch him. It'll be just a small tweak right there on the kneecap.
Oh yeah, you just reminded me about Orpheus. Okay, so oh here we go. So there's Orpheus, right? Apparently the tail is also a character. And the tail is actually named Ghostfire, apparently. And Ghostfire, somehow, or whatever, is supposed to be like I guess like an AI replica of the previous captain of the Obel Squad, which is Magus. It says we'll find out why its original body or why it lost its original body as we progress through the story.
I hope that like its normal voice is like, well, for I guess the Japanese for the Japanese VA, it's like, you know, like super deep, like sodara yodoko. But when it's like hyper happy, it fucking shuts up. Like,
Oh yeah,
you're hearing Pika from One Piece. It's like what's wrong with Ghostfire? Oh, that's him. That's the same person. Yes, it is.
For some reason, I want Ghostfire to be voiced by Takagi. Takagi voiced what's the guy that throws a baseball in JoJo? He dresses up like a high school punk.
If you're talking about part 4, that's either Josuke or the main protagonist. Does he have a pompadour?
No, he's like short. He has like a short haircut or whatever. He's almost kind of bald-ish, but he's got something on top.
Does he have spikes? They have like spikes as of hair.
It starts with the O, I think. I think his name starts with the O, like Oku something. I don't know.
Okuyasu?
I think it's Okuyasu. Let me see. Yes, this guy. Yes. Okuyasu's voice would like for some reason, like I don't know, make me happy. Yeah.
Yeah, Okuyasu. Well, for those who watched in Japanese, he's the main. He's Keimon for Doro de Horo. Doro,
The lizard
alligator
one?
or-
Yeah.
yeah,
Reptile one. Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah.
going like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going with the deep voice. You watched Bleach in Japanese, right?
Yes.
And because this looks like they look serious and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that's Zaraki Taicho's voice coming out of that.
Yeah, Kenpachi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be really funny to have him being the tail of Orpheus.
Tail and Orpheus is like her voice is like one of those soft voices, like
Mhm.
never raised.
Very soft spoken,
Yeah.
reserved.
So yeah, you have the reserved voice, and then you have like the loud, like
Mhm.
let's kill, let's kill,
The
let's kill,
loud-
let's kill. It's
yeah.
like shh.
The loud and proud, yeah. Very outspoken, loud and proud, yeah. That would be
Or
a
fuck
pretty.
it.
Mhm. That'd be
Fuck
pretty.
it, let Ghostfire be voiced by Zoro at this point.
Hey, I would take that too. I would totally take that as well.
But you cannot, because then Ghostfire will get lost.
No, it's all right. He's a tail. It's fine.
Somehow he gets lost. It's like where's Ghostfire?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, where is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, yeah, Grace.
With Grace. Me.
Yep. Time to open you up.
It's like, please don't.
Yeah.
Imagine she's doing that to Ghostfire.
I
I
know.
want to see how you take hold still.
Mm-hmm.
He bites her hand. It's like, no.
Yep. So you have all the robots so far, and I guess this guy. Remember this guy on the upper right corner,
Mhm.
Colonel Dan. I
Yes.
guess. Yeah, he's a robot. I guess. So hey, I mean, all right.
Okay, all the artists that I follow, I need to see Billy and Seed fan art.
Yeah.
And Seed is the passive one. Here's my credit card.
Yeah, and there's Utane for Angels of Delusion. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's just again, I'm waiting because again we got the S rank of Abby.
Yeah. Champion
So I hope the
Billy.
next, I hope it's Champion Billy. And
That would be
he's-
really sick.
and it's like night and day. Like,
Mhm.
wow, Billy, you're so happy go lucky. Looks at past Billy. Wow, you're an asshole.
Yeah. But he's like rightfully entitled. This is like, all right.
Yeah, like
Okay, Billy, I'll give you that.
and then you're looking at Lighter going like, that was him before. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And you looked up to that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The fuck is wrong with you?
Right. I like the other, like the NPCs too, like the robots.
Yeah.
They're all pretty cool. Ilfie, got Tin Master, Conrad. The NPC.
Imagine Tin Master became a playable
I know.
agent.
Right. That'd be really funny. It'd be kind of like Alfred for Batman. Like I guess Alfred, like I guess depending on which universe or storyline or whatever, he may have like martial arts abilities or some shit. Kind of like that. Of course, you got Chingy. Don't forget about Chingy. Right. I do hope Seed will be playable But because of his size, though, it is a kind of questionable of how they're gonna make him work. He might work like a alt or something. I don't know. Maybe they'll like scale him down a little bit just for the sake of like, you know, that doesn't take up the whole screen. Or I don't know, maybe he has shrinking abilities like Ant-Man or something. I don't know. Or I guess you could say Ultraman, because Ultraman does have resizing abilities, I guess. Can change his size at will. But yes, meanwhile, we still don't have a name for this wolf man right here, who's not totally Moore's.
Daddy.
Yep. Daddy for a number of people, man.
It's like, you don't even know how he looks in the front. Does it matter? It's always the back.
Yeah, true. Yeah, there's no name for this gentleman either. The one in the middle, kind of middle left. Upper middle left. He's unnamed for now. Though we don't even know if he's playable or not, but he'll definitely be important to the story, for sure. Yeah, here we go. There's the weapon for Zhao.
The bunny.
The bunny.
The bunny.
Yeah, it looks like it like morphs into something else too. Look at all these like little gizmos and fancy shit that's on the axe, or whatever it is. Some chopper thing. Although I wouldn't be surprised if she actually is a 4-star.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised. And yes, we still have the Angels of Delusion in question. Yeah, that's about it. For all the major stuff that I wanted us to kind of go over again. Oh yeah, it was Grace's birthday. I like this art. It's cute. She forgets her own birthday somehow because she's so busy with mechanical stuff. Oh yeah, so I guess this is a good way to look at like the squads and whatever, the groups and factions. So you have the Yunkui Summit, right? You got the Panda, you got Jufufu, Yishuan, the Angels, right? Angels of Delusion, it's the Idol Girls, Oboe Squad, more of Oboe Squad members, including Seed and Orpheus, and all on the bottom, they're all unknown for right now. Although one part of my brain, is leading me to believe that they could be bad guys. Or at least a rival faction for the Summit. Because one, they have like entirely different uniforms. But two, I see the Reds, right? A lot of red, and whatchamacall, the Exaltists are also like having a good share of reds as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like reaching for anything, but I don't know. I for some reason, one part of my brain is telling me that, and then the guy, right, is also part of somehow the Exaltists or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, we'll see in the story.
We'll see in the story for sure. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, and then you still have the two other people in question, right? Like who the fuck is the chick at the end, and who's this gentleman right here that was standing behind Wise and Bell when they were first entering the Wi-Fi. We don't know if that's just an important NPC or if that's a playable character. We'll see. Oh yeah, Yufufu and Sokaku will definitely get along. Cause they both like eating.
Actually, I don't think they'll get along.
Oh, maybe
It'll
they'll
be
like
that trope.
yeah.
Like, you know, they're eating the Indian, and then it's like that last one is like,
Oh yeah, the last piece. Yeah.
it's like, why? Thank you. No, thank you. It's like, oh, I see. You
Mhm.
just see Yanagi going like, here we go again.
Mhm.
Like she's just prepping to like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to break this up, ain't I?
Mhm. Did you play Lycan's story or Agent's story or whatever? Did you see her? Are you familiar with it?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right. I was wondering. Lilac or Lilac. Interesting name.
Bitch.
Is she a bitch? Oh damn. I have not played his story. Oh god, yeah. Imagine Seed's gameplay is like these games like Armor Core or something. That would be pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think he'll be able to fit in the fucking screen.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, are they gonna like shrink him down or like is Seed like a alt?
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say boo.
Yeah.
Don't shrink him.
Yeah. I wonder if Seed will be like someone's alt or something. That's why I'm kind of afraid. I don't want to get bamboozled, man. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else to mention here? Yeah, Banshee, Vivian, all that fun stuff. I hope she'll work with my other anomaly units that I have, like Burnus and Miyabi. And then the way she works is a little unique, I guess, because she like builds up the, what do you call, the feathers, and then she like she does a blooming effect or whatever you call it. But I'm not sure if she's a good on field or off field. That's my big question. Because I'm still a little confused. Like, yeah, I know she builds up those feathers and all that stuff, but it's like, okay, but is she good off field, but on field? Yeah. I know she apparently she's gonna be really good with the defense assist. Apparently, because doing that will build up her feathers. So she'll be a parry character for sure. Like when you see that the yellow glint. Oh, Vivian.
Like someone, I think I saw it last night when I was like finding something to fall asleep to.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have it, the early.
Oh, the early access thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one I was watching.
Yes.
And it was where to just she has a low field time. That's what they
So it looks like
low
she
field time, off field anomaly application, consistent anomaly, and then blue damage trigger and multiplies.
Yeah, it looks like she'll work more like a normal anomaly user. Like, she wants anomaly proficiency and mastery as well. Instead of like Miyabi, she wants like, crit damage and whatever the fuck, So it'll be a little more easy to build, I guess. But yeah, I'm still trying to like gather up all the materials for Vivian. All right, so I think that's it for the ZZZ stuff. I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, sorry about that. There is one more thing to talk about. Let me see. I guess I'll lump it. I'll lump this in because yeah, it was over here, but it's ZZZ, so might as well. Also, I'll just bring these two in. But first, there is a difference with the models for Hugo, right? They like tinkered play around with his face a little bit because yeah, you can see like his hair actually shows a little bit of transparency or whatever you call it with his face, right? Because you can see his eyebrows, his eyes more in the new one, whereas the old one, right, you can't really see those parts of the details.
Yep.
And maybe they also play around with his face, like his face is a little more slim, a little bit, like a tiny bit slimmer. And his ears are
got a facelift.
Yeah, facelift. His ears are pointier for sure. Look at his ears. It's like night and day. And then they probably like fucked around with his hair a little more. Like looks like in the old one, he had a bit of like a dark fade. And then with this one, not so much. Looks like it's glowing because of his W engine. Obviously his scarf is not there, which I don't know. I don't know if that's a necessary change. I thought the scarf was like, it just adds a little more of his class, right? He looks more classy, fashionable, whatever. But minor issue. Spilled milk, I don't know. Anything else you're noticing or not really, other than what I've mentioned already?
Are we just staring at Hugo? Or we're also
Hugo,
staring
yeah.
Yeah.
Just Hugo,
So,
because yeah.
I mean, sorry, I'm gonna have to block her. His medallion looks a little bit more detailed.
Oh yeah, that probably makes more sense.
Medallion's detailed. Whatever that knot or rope, whatever you want to call it, in this old one is not there anymore.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like they went a little more crazy with like the accessories, and they're like, maybe it's a little much, and it's like they just took them off or something. All right, whatever. And maybe because also when he's like actually fighting, they'll like get in the way or something. I don't know. They couldn't like animate it so that it doesn't get in the way. Maybe that's why they remove the scarf and that little rope thing. Probably. But yeah. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much that. And obviously, yes, Miyabi, we know that she went through a change in the past. So it's kind of like a mention, like, oh yeah, they went through these changes. Look at Hugo now as well, right? But yeah, Miyabi is like super night and day. Super night and day with the face. Especially. Her belt is also more detailed. Like there yeah, her belt actually has hands. They're like obviously more hands like, whereas the old one is like, you kind of vaguely make it out, but the new one, yes, you can definitely see that they're hands. Because hands.
I like also that her old one.
Mm-hmm.
Like how in anime, it doesn't even matter what era and stuff. That's how anime would look on TV, but when you buy the Blu-ray or tell me I'm wrong.
Right.
It's like the TV, like the TV version versus
the Blu-ray. Yes.
Oh, Blu-ray. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kind of like what's going on here. Yeah, you're definitely onto that. But yeah, the biggest change overall, is like her eyes, and I think the distance are still a little same-ish, but maybe like they're a tiny bit closer. But obviously the color, the shape, everything are very different for sure. Now, when it comes to Hugo, obviously they're not as drastic in comparison to Miyabi, but like there are drastic changes in other areas of Hugo, like the lack of the scarf, the robe, more detail on the medallion, and how his hair interacts with his face, kind of thing. So yeah, nice of them to you kind of tinker the models here and there. All right. So oh yeah, and then there was this funny little meme someone drew of this Bangbu, because this Bangbu is supposed to be like the overworked Bangbu. So yeah, so he's got the pillow neck thing, and then when he like, what do you call his move is just like having a crash out and just breaks his fucking keyboard and like flips the fucking table or whatever. Like, I'm like, damn, they're hitting it home, right? And then funny, like in the background, these three characters, Zuyan, Yanagi, and Anton, they're all overworkers. They all work a little too hard.
I'm surprised Ben is not on there because he gets more stress of fucking doing the finance.
Yeah, he's the accountant. Yeah, you're right. I feel like he should be up there too.
Anton, what is this like 300,000 Denny's charge? You remember that machinery broke? No. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind.
It's like, what machine? Oh, never mind.
And I was like, what machine? Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, oh, what was that, Grace? I tell me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Grace, can you fix my bro? And then yeah, Zuyan, definitely, because she hardly takes any like vacation off and whatever. Yep.
Did you see that other meme with Shuhan? It was like, I think it was Wise getting like mugged or something, and he's like, "Police officers, help me!" And she's like, "I'm useless. I cannot do nothing." And it was like two barriers like here, and it was like, she was like, "My hips are too wide."
I saw that. Yes,
you just see like Xingyi just going like, "Bruh."
Yeah, bruh. I exactly know what you're talking about. That was great. I love the fan art community of the Hoyo stuff. If there is a part of if there is something about the community to like about, is the fan artists.
Yep.
For sure. I love that they all have like the dark circles under their eyes too. Oh man, I love it. All right. I believe that's really it for the ZZZ stuff that I wanted to reach out and talk about. All right. So let's go ahead and close all that. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. I think that was the Nintendo stuff. We already talked about that. All right, let's go into games real quick since we only have one. So Forza Horizon 5, because that's supposed to be like the Xbox sort of like Gran Turismo game, is now coming to PlayStation. Look at that. Because Microsoft said first party exclusives, what's that? Right? Pretty much. So it's already happening. It's already beginning, for Xbox games to become just another game on the market, right? When, Xbox is supposed to also have like that sort of identity, right? They're exclusives, you know what I mean? So how would you feel if you see something like Halo making it onto the PlayStation at this point?
Oh, I guess you can hear. I'll just go.
Oh
yeah, I'll be like snickering or like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
So I'll be like, either Microsoft is that desperate, or they feel sorry for PlayStation 5, because again, I'm probably gonna get a target on my head. What games?
Well, you have
What games on
Ghosts
PS5?
of Yote and like you know what I mean? Like there are exclusive like the Last of Us stuff and like all the remakes of the PlayStation stuff like Days Gone
you see, like majority of the stuff is either remakes or just
Yes,
up-res.
you're right. And then you still have Final Fantasy, right? And
Yeah,
although that's now on PC as well, so you know,
PC.
so, yes.
And somehow the first one remake is gonna be on the Switch too, which I'm very gonna be like leaning over, going like, "You're gonna blow up right before you hit the fucking main menu screen."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you're gonna sound like a fucking PS3 jet engine.
Yeah. I think it's just Microsoft just not caring anymore about the console market, so they're just slowly transitioning away from it, despite having to buy out fucking Blizzard and all that shit. So like they could have had more exclusives potentially, right? But look what they're doing now, right? They just don't care. They're just like, Forza, here you go, PlayStation, you can have it, you know. For y'all Sony ponies or whatever, here's Forza, and it's coming pretty soon. It's 10 days from now as we record this. Coming to PlayStation 5, man. It's crazy. You know, and then next thing you know, you fucking Halo, and then like you got Gears of War, and like, yeah. What's the point of having an Xbox anymore? You know, it looks like the Xbox is going to get
yeah. Xbox looks like it's gonna it's slowly becoming like how Sega went out of the console market.
Yeah.
Because again, like to me, it's like, wow, the Xbox is nice at all, but majority of its games you can play it on PC. So
exactly, yeah.
So why get an Xbox at this? And also here's the shit with some of the games that's on PC. You don't have to pay or double dip to play online.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's the thing about like getting a console version of that game is like, yeah, you have to pay for online, whereas PC, especially for fighting games, you don't have to pay online.
Nope.
What's that?
Just gotta make sure your what is it? Your Spectrum or whatever the other one, internet
Comcast and whatever, yeah,
are good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just gotta worry about that part, but you don't gotta worry about one more subscription shit from the console side of things. You know. Yeah, it just seems like, yeah, and then on the PlayStation side too, it's like, yeah, like if you're gonna have these PlayStation or the PC versions of those PlayStation exclusives, then what's the point? Besides the fact that, oh yeah, be the first or whatever, like for the first 6 months, it's not available for PC, but eventually it will be, and I think enough people are like, yeah, I can wait, To me, I still like to play games on release or within the release month. At least for certain ones anyway, especially when it comes to like the upcoming Ghost of Yote, because it looks really cool, But I think there's still a place for consoles because people just don't want to deal with the PC fucking like parts and like how to build it and like all the bullshit you gotta go through with Windows and all that nonsense. So I think there is a certain place for it still, but they're the gaming companies or whatever are definitely not helping to kind of like give incentive to get a console, right? Because yeah, the games are coming to PC eventually. But for right now, at least for the console side of things, like yeah, console is for people who just don't want to deal with the PC bullshit. That's how I was. Yeah, that's how I was. Right. I was a console motherfucker for like a long time, and then I got a PC, and then I just kind of got used to it. And I'm like, all right, yeah, I know for the most part what to do for all the other PC shit, right? But I do understand, like it's very annoying to deal with, especially with the drivers and like all the updates and you gotta deal with or avoid, and like it's very annoying. It can get very annoying. And then like all of a sudden, oh, your power supply breaks or fucking your graphics card dies or something dies in your PC and you have to deal with that. You know. But anyway, that's it for that. We're gonna go ahead and close it out with the visual entertainment part of the news. So all right. Got a bunch of little bits of news, but including Godzilla, right? Yamazaki's next Godzilla film is a direct sequel to Minus One, according to Culture Crave anyway, from Bloomberg Japan, I guess. Any thoughts on that, just from the headline right there?
Why do I look now like fucking Shinji's dad?
Yeah, I know. You're trying to think of something as Shinji's dad doing that pose.
How are they gonna top his atomic breath?
Yeah.
How are you gonna do that?
What's like the next like big shock factor, right? You know.
He shoots it out of his ass.
Yeah, no, I saw that in a meme, like in one of the comments or something. Yeah, someone said Godzilla Zero. Godzilla 0. I mean, it could work because, you know, Monster Zero, right? You know, shit. I mean, that could be a reference.
Yeah, but could be a reference, but then again, Monster Zero is
That's Ghidorah, yeah.
Sorry for people who don't want spoilers. It's King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
Or what was his American name? Space Monster?
Oh, it was just like
that.
it was just Space Monster or something. Something lame.
It was like Monster from Planet X, something like that. Like something stupid.
Yeah, it was really stupid. Yeah. But yeah, but
it's more because, well, in my theory, because we saw a piece of him, you know, still drifting in the water.
yes.
But we also saw that a certain character was infected.
Yes.
So what if? Hold on your asses, kids.
Mhm.
I theory crafting.
Yes.
She becomes kind of like Biolante.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
instead of plants, it's human.
Right, like that'd be some weird Evangelion shit or something. I don't know.
I mean, we already had that with Shin Godzilla. So
Right.
why not?
Right.
So, to which again, speaking of Biolante, last month they finally got the fucking rights back to release Godzilla versus Biolante. So go and buy it.
Nice.
It's on Blu-ray right now, so you can go and buy it. It took this long for them to get the rights back.
Nice.
To which that was my only. I like how I'm pointing into the ether.
Yeah, into the
only movie that I've been missing from the fucking Heisei period.
Mm-hmm.
I have all the other movies from the Heisei period except for Biolante.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but Zawa, what about the 1999 Godzilla? No, that can fucking stay in a big pile of fish.
TriStar Godzilla, yeah. Excuse me, it's Zilla. It's Zilla. It's not God. It's not worthy of God. It's just Zilla. But yeah, I mean, being a direct sequel, I hope they address the big elephant in the room, which is the infected individual, right? And then is minus one Godzilla going to be exactly the same, or is he going to go through like a evolution, right?
No, he's gonna be like Gamera. He's gonna protect the kids.
Oh my god! If they went in that direction, that'd be funny. But that would, I don't know.
Again, the history of Gamera is so dumb when you look back at it.
Yeah,
It's like Gamera, the protector of children, and protector of Earth. It's like, are you sure you watched the very first movie?
Yeah.
That fucker wasn't protecting anybody.
well, he did save the kid. That's what kind of happened. But
Yeah, but
yeah,
but what about all the other humans that
Yeah.
kind of like stomp, kill,
yeah,
and stuff?
yeah. There is that bit of a plot hole,
Yeah, so it's like fuck them humans.
right?
But this one child,
Yeah, yep.
or maybe what if this Godzilla, or we're just gonna say Monster Zero at this point,
Yeah,
grows up, goes on a rampage, but because she's infected, she's this universe's Miki.
yeah.
She has the psychic connection. She has the psychic connection. Which
Yes.
again, legendary. You are missing a Mickey character at this point. You're missing that psychic, like.
Yeah, the closest it's the closest thing we have is, well, not even with Godzilla, it's with Kong, and then Kong has the connection with the girl, right? That one little girl. That's the closest thing we have. But
yeah, that's the closest we have for Mickey. But we need one for Godzilla because
yeah,
we already had the twins, which blew my mind that the director was able to get the original twins to make a cameo in that photo, and I was like, it's like, what did you have to say to find them?
right.
I need to find these twins.
This witchcraft.
It's like this man is a fanboy. He's us. It's like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's
I wouldn't mind.
Go ahead.
I also wouldn't mind because in this universe or timeline, the whole world would find out like what the fuck happened in Japan with Godzilla.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if it'd be right. Like, I wonder if it'll be more on a worldly basis.
Yeah, worldly basis that So I wonder if America sends like somebody to monitor, the Godzilla. Like they found out like, oh, Godzilla's like has a rebirth or whatever, and it's I know it might be weird for him to come from America, but what if it's this universe's or this timeline's
Serizawa. Yeah. Make him like Japanese.
We technically had a Serizawa in -1 with the professor. Who came up with the idea. We technically add it, but we didn't have a Serizawa character yet.
Yeah. So he could be like a Japanese American or something. Yeah. For this version,
probably this is the one. This movie is going to be the one they introduced the Oxygen Destroyers.
The Oxygen Destroyer, yeah. To once and for all get rid of Godzilla, quote unquote, huge air quotes.
Which again, thank you, Legendary, for bringing that fucking plot device into that movie and showed like, this didn't do shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder too if they'll like bring in another monster, right? And who would that be? Who would that be?
Oh my God.
What's up?
The guy again.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you ever want to like turn off your brain people who are watching or listening to
Yeah.
this, go watch Final Wars.
That was batshit insane.
That is the most like, what's the story of this?
Yeah. But
And
I don't
where can I
care.
find it?
Yeah.
It's
But
like,
I don't care. I want to watch the action. Yeah.
like not even the Scooby Doo gang would able to find the plot for that movie.
Mm. Yeah. Besides, oh, it's Godzilla, and he's going around killing all the other monsters. Except his homies. He leaves his homies alone.
Still in the box.
Oh, for which one?
You're an avalanche. In the fucking all of there. Birthday present on like last year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Fuck. You got the -1. Is that the posable one?
I think no. I think this is the stationary one.
Oh, it's just a okay.
Yeah, try to look at well, you cannot see who's of it. But SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2022.
What was it? 20 what?
2023.
Oh, is it just this one?
Yep.
Okay.
He's just a stationary big boy.
Are you sure? Wait.
Yep.
It looks like it's pulsable though. It looks like it's pulsable. Weird.
I'm gonna take it out of the box.
Yeah, because yeah. This at least this one has the lines, so you can definitely pose them for sure. Yeah, you can do that. Standard fucking standing pose. But you can do that, like yeah, you can move the mouth, right?
I'm gonna get rid of this price tag because I did not need to know how much my friends spent on this.
Yeah.
Want to guess how much my friends spent on this on me?
$180.
It's a 3-digit, but lower.
$150.
And
Yeah.
we bought this at a convention, so you know this thing got inflated
Well,
at the time.
well, here too. Well, maybe it might have been inflated too, but the Amazon is about 150-ish, but it's just 143. 143. But yeah, it might have been inflated
bit-
here.
Yeah, because it's also a 2-year-old
Figure,
figure art.
yeah. There's a Gamma one. Look at that. I think this is from the Netflix. This is
Yeah,
the
that's from the Netflix one.
Yeah. Looks pretty neat. This one's 228 though. Holy shit. Or 230 pretty much. My god.
I mean, so when it's that price, that means there was only a limited.
Yeah.
It's a limited run.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, Gamera, like whatever you want to call it, rights, marketing rights, promotional rights, they cost more than fucking Godzilla.
Right, because Kadokawa charges out the ass. It sounds like.
Kadokawa / Dai, because Dai actually
Oh,
owns
yes.
Gamera more,
Right.
which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like you're not doing nothing with Gamera.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not doing much with it.
Which again, legendary. You want to make fucking like big giant monster fanboys like cream their pants? Finally put Gamera in a fucking Godzilla movie. Like
Yeah.
fucking do that. A lot of us are going to be like
Movie
like
ticket.
holding onto the
Movie ticket.
like holding onto the seat like we're on a fucking roller coaster. Like I
Mhm.
like this.
Yep. Yeah. That would be pretty nice.
Which
That would-
again, like I don't know what monkey Monkey Paw wish you will have to do to have that movie?
I don't know, man.
Like, what would be the negative, outcome of it?
Who the?
Is it like okay, you get Gamera versus Godzilla movie. It's a big hit, but something else suffers.
I don't know. Maybe Kong will like just get pushed to the side. I don't know.
Kong dies.
Kong dies. Yeah. I don't know. Hard to say. All right. So sequel, cool, awesome. I hope they include all those things that we kind of talked about. At least
just one more for the sequel.
Go ahead.
Put it together, release it maybe 1 week after. I want a black and white version.
Ah, the minus color. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. That was such a good call for them to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they meticulously did every frame of it to make sure it like looks good.
Looks good, and also to what's it called? Flow well, because again, when you try and change something to black and white, it will hurt the eyes if you're not careful.
Mm-hmm.
Or you will lose a lot of key moments.
Mm-hmm. So this one, oh yeah. So I wanted to mention this really.
I saw that.
Yeah. So this, you know how some or not some, a good number of Japanese isekai light novel series loves to have long ass titles for some reason. I don't know what the fuck it is. Outrageously long titles. I think this is one of them that takes the cake. This is the English translation. It says, backstab in the backwater dungeon. My trusted companions tried to kill me, but thanks to the gift of an unlimited gacha, I got level 999 friends, and and am out for revenge on my former party members. And the world is coming. And the world, excuse me. And the world is coming in fall 2025. No.
Yeah, it's still going. Going.
Yeah. That's a mouthful, man. If I ever saw one. That is a huge title, to say the least. I mean, it's it looks all right. I don't know. It looks like, impressions wise, it just kind of gives me like Yu-Gi-Oh vibes, because the card,
Mm-hmm.
But I imagine there definitely is more to it than that. Studio is JC's staff. Yep. Coming out fall 2025. So I don't know. That's not I bring it up just because the title is just so ridiculous. Synopsis already in the title, yeah. Yep. What's the anime about? Just read the title. There you go. And you can see it too, like even in the Japanese version, like you can see like how long the title is. It's ridiculous. And it's funny because I can see gotcha like right there. Like it's so recognizable. So I don't know. Just thought I'd bring it up. It's ridiculous. All right. This one involves with Superman, the upcoming Superman film. You kind of get to see like what stuff looks like. Let me see. So I'll just leave it muted for now, just in case. We get to see Superman. Okay, that's the old ass one. There's James Gunn. Yes. He's working on the movie. We get it. There's no way to fast forward this? Fuck. Well, let me see if
I think it's on YouTube.
Is that on YouTube? Okay. Let's try to go find it on YouTube.
Excuse me.
Behind the scenes. There we go. All right. Let's go fast forward a little bit. There's Lois Lane. There's Superman's costume right there. Anything to comment on Soup's costume?
It's Superman, all right. I just really like how, like, well, to me, because I do read Superman comics and stuff.
Yes.
I don't know where people are getting the idea that Superman needs to have his muscles ripping out of his fucking suit and to show like how strong he's. Like, no, you completely miss what the fuck Superman is about.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a ray of hope. He's supposed to be approachable to those who in need, not fucking scared.
Yeah.
The S is supposed to, again, stand for hope.
Mm-hmm.
But for his enemies, it's, a warning.
Yeah.
So, come on, people.
Yeah.
Superman's not, punchy, lazy laser. It's like, no, he actually helps people. If you read, like, some of the actual comics, he does, like, the most mundane stuff. Like, a wave hello, talks to someone that was about to jump off, to commit that.
Yeah.
Talk them out of it. Like, that is Superman.
Yeah. But then,
So
you got
to me,
movie,
this is like, I feel at ease. I can approach this Superman.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I think unfortunately when it came to Henry Cavill's Superman, that happened to be when Zack Snyder took the wheel and made him into like a Jesus type of figure, like
an allegory for Jesus and a godlike figure, and it's not, again, that's not what Superman is.
Yeah, that is one side of Superman, but that's not the Superman.
That's not the whole.
Yeah,
but again, Henry Cavill, you played Clark Kent and Superman well.
Yes,
that the things around the character during that time was kind of a little off.
Yeah, questionable, definitely.
Same thing when, that one scene in Batman versus Superman, the warehouse scene. You can clearly see the guy dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or his neck is actually fucking broken because the way it bent. I was like, yeah, that guy's dead. Or now paralyzed from the neck down. Good job.
There's Lex
I'm
Luthor.
not sold on Nicholas as of yet. Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor. Yeah. Nice.
Unless this is supposed to be young Lex Luthor, then okay. Because
could be. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of stuff straight from the comics for Superman, so they're definitely paying attention to that side of Superman for sure. And then you can see what's her face, Hawk Girl, right there.
Hyera.
Any thoughts on the costuming?
It hits like, like almost comic book accurate, but they had to change the gear, the outfit, but the helmet is almost roughly the same.
Yeah.
I wonder if James Gunn tried to do, like, he had a prototype of it looking like the Justice League cartoon version, just like a prototype to just see, because that's what I would do. Like, let's see how well from the animated translate to real life. I'm just not disappointed, just maybe. Did they try to make her hair more red? Or, in the cartoon look orange, but, redhead. But I guess it's redhead, but, because the lighting looks...
Yeah, a little hard to judge on that, but I think for the most part, it's more on the, like, a brown side. Brunette. And then, I don't know what the deal with this guy is.
He was a villain made into it became a a hero.
Uh-huh.
It's meta.
Oh, okay.
Metamorpho. I knew it was.
Okay.
So Metamorpho, he pretty much is a element. He has elements in it. He can not control the elements, but he can shift his body into
To become that element.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Daily Bugle. Yep, Lois Lane with Daily Bugle. Yep. Or is it Daily Planet? I forget what it was.
At least with James Gunn, like most of the effects look like practical.
Practical,
like
yeah.
Saw explosions.
Yeah.
And that set looks really well done.
Mm-hmm. Like at least a nice blend of practical and CGI and special what do you call? Digital or whatever. Yeah. You're gonna see this Superman get beat up a lot because he's supposed to be like the more relatable Superman. Rick Flag, Jesus, man. You got Rick Flag Senior in here. Mr. Terrific. I'm liking this actor for this Superman. I think he looks the part of this version of Superman.
Like he reminds me like he's like that older version, like maybe a little bit older version than remember the actor for Superman Returns?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, he kind of looks like if he was a little older now.
Right.
Wow, that's a callback to one of the Superman openings.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're really trying to like hit the classic notes, so I respect it.
Yeah.
So it's coming out July 11th for theaters. Are you like, I want to watch this, or are you gonna wait like a week or?
Yeah, when it comes to like movies, I'm interested. I'll wait a week. So like the Thunderbolts, I'll wait a week.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic Four, I'm gonna wait a week. This one, I'll wait a week.
Yeah,
after.
gotcha. Yeah. All right.
Look up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's me.
Yeah, can you imagine yeah, can you imagine Disney just buy up fucking DC Comics or whatever, DC Universe from Warner Brothers?
You're not doing shit with your shit. Oh, I take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's your new CEO. It's Goofy. Gosh.
Mm-hmm. Guy Gardner, isn't that like one of the Lanterns or something?
Yeah, he's one of the asshole. Well, he's not an asshole. He gets humbled quickly in the comics, but he's like the show off and the whole like.
Oh, the cocky
yeah.
Okay.
Like he was the Green Lantern that other Green Lanterns did not want to associate with.
No.
until after he got humbled.
Yeah. I see. All right. This one is the Sam Neill of from Jurassic Park fame has been casted into the Godzilla Kong sequel. I think that's now in production at the moment, not being filmed.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got the guy from Jurassic Park taking part of the Godzilla the Godzilla Kong universe, I guess you say, or Monsterverse, you could say, just Monsterverse from Legendary. Any comment?
I don't know if it's in this post, but someone made the meme of it's from Jurassic Park 3, it's when Alan was like sleeping, and then he looks over, and it was a raptor saying Alan. But instead of the raptor, it's Godzilla. It's like, and it doesn't say Alan. It's just roaring, and he just wakes up like.
Yeah. Well, speaking of roaring, I have a bit of a special little fan-made thing by, I'm gonna call him just Lukey the Wesley. Anyway, he did this piece, and then I guess the model is done by Owen Kellen. So basically, it's Godzilla doing the pose from I think it was like the very first Jurassic Park scene with the T-Rex roaring in the, what was it, the museum?
Yeah. Nah, it should be meow.
Yeah, very well done. I like the tail animation. A lot of people are commenting on. But now I like the banner right there.
Let's be honest, people. Like, when you're doing rigging, because I've been there trying to when I was in college. Rigging is fine and all. It's your digits, and like the slightest like movement is the most hardest shit to rig, because you'll be staring at the screen till like Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
So I'm really afraid to ask this creator, like, how much hours and how close were you to your screen to make sure the tail moves properly? And what were your references?
Oh yeah.
Because again, those swoosh movements are all handmade, kids.
Yeah.
And
I mean, probably
so either they had oh, actually that was a good wait, okay.
wait, what?
We can go from here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see like where was his anchor points, like, because I think I can actually see where he has his anchor points. Okay, stop there. Okay, so you can go probably base of the tail. That's your first anchor point. So by his asshole.
Oh, the base. Yeah,
and then he maybe went up just a little bit for the second anchor point, and then another anchor point probably in the middle, then another anchor point, and then the last anchor point is at the tip of the of the tail.
Yeah.
So with that set in mind, what was his primary anchor point that actually like that did he drag and then just went in?
Yeah.
See, I like doing that. Everybody, I like breaking down like how did this person make this. I like analyzing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like with cosplays, like how did you make this suit? What was your materials? And
right,
can I like not like replicate, but can I learn from this technique that you use so for my future cosplay? Also, the tail is nice and all. I like the footwork.
The foot, yeah.
Look how nice that pivot was.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, and then of course the hands, the mouth, and whatever, everything.
The mouth, and I think what would have actually like made it like chef kiss is the gullet when he roared.
Oh, like rumble, it vibrated. Yeah, the neck area. You're right.
That would have been like this person knows the pain.
Yes,
of animating.
Yeah, it's all the little things that will really add up to that nice piece.
Now, why do I feel like after Godzilla Roar, I just want him to just pass by the camera and just flip us off? Like, why? Why did you do that?
What did we do to you? Oh, wait.
It's like, Jesus, what? Are we your enemy?
Yeah, we did blow him up in his face with the fucking atom bomb.
That fucking scene in fucking Monarch was so fucking out there.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you saw how happy he looked. He's like, wow, the humans are really nice people.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna kill everybody now.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill everybody now.
Yep.
Meow.
The sound effects are really nice too. They really like top it off.
Yeah.
The throat rumble thing, and then of course the roar, but then the stomps and the wow thing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a little bit fuck, what was it called? Oh my god. I'm
Foley.
trying to think. Yeah, the Foley stuff.
Yes.
Some parts of Godzilla's throat rumble, as you were calling it,
Mm-hmm.
are from alligators or crocodiles when they rumble the water.
Yeah.
Which you think that's to show like get out of my territory, right? It's not.
Mm.
That's their mating signal.
Oh, okay.
I want to thank Animal Planet, but especially to Steve Irwin.
Steve
Thank you
Irwin.
for teaching me those like shit.
Yeah.
Same thing with Shark Week.
Oh yeah. This is
Holy shit!
Yeah, I saw this one when he said, "Oh, you should shoot up his ass." I thought this. I love the tail's like off.
Because he blew so hard that the tail cut off.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is from Godzilla Raids Again. Such a funky looking Godzilla. Yep. So that happened. So yeah. There was one thing I did want to talk about, which is Godzilla's roar. You know, not this one specifically, but like just a general kind of minor complaint. The main roar itself is fine. I think it's cool. But it always irks me because it is a part of the Showa roar for the most part, but it never does a second part of the roar. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think of I'm either getting the Showa and the Heisei one mixed up. Because I remember one of them is like, and then the roar.
Okay, well, let's do Heisei. Was it like 95 or something? Like that part, like it never does that part. It's such a small little thing, but always felt like that's the roar. You know, it completes the piece. It's missing it, yeah. And then see, doesn't do it. You know, so I always felt. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh no, I think like for this one, he couldn't get the legendary roar correct because there's that fade at the end, and then because it feels like it got cut off. Let me try to find it. There's the legendary roar that I really like.
Yeah, it sounds like the roar itself got pulled from like, I don't know, a YouTube video and then tried to like blend it real nice like or something. Which yeah, I mean, it is done for the most part, but you can kind of tell something happened to it. But anyway, it always gave off to me like an impression that Godzilla never finishes his sentence. That's the feeling I get from that Godzilla roar. Like, especially when it first happened, I'm like, where's the other part of the roar? Like,
Oh, you turn into Zuko, going like, "Is that it?
is that it? Yeah.
Where's the rest of it?"
What's the rest of it? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then not show of 95, but yeah. Showa-ish too. Yeah, he doesn't do the at the end. I don't know. I feel like I always felt like if they somehow incorporate that and make it, you know, modernized and whatever.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
Like the legendary film, they have that fade, so I put it into Hypecast
Okay.
that I like because it sounds like a trumpet sound at the end.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Not like a true trumpet, but it has that fade that I like.
Uh-huh. Oh, this one. Okay.
I think that this roar should have been what was shown.
Yeah.
It's the end of it. That.
Oh, yeah.
If you try and sync it up
Uh-huh.
with the Twitter video and see if that fade works.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Which I think it would be different.
Yeah. Ah. Yeah, it's a little hard. All right, here we go. Oh, got it.
Yeah. You see, it actually feels better, like with that fade.
Right, but
Yeah.
because he's like shaking his head, does that stuff, I feel like it did kind of call for it. I know I kind of see why they chose to do it like this, you know, in this video to fade it out, or to fade it out, like, yeah, because yeah, yeah, he's shaking his head, yeah. But I do agree, like, I like this.
And then and people don't notice that his mouth is still kind of like exhausting like air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that little like
The little, like,
you know,
huff.
little
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like there we go.
Mm-hmm. I always liked it was called Custom Roar for some reason, but it's you'll know when you see it. It was this one. This particular scene.
Oh, where these soldiers' eardrums will actually be fucking blown out.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of how close he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can see like the mouth and like the detail. Yeah, and then it just cuts off because yeah, that's when they faced the what do you call it, the main character or whatever. But yeah, you can like see the mouth detail. Well, this is supposed to be this is a re-upload of somebody else's video because that one got taken down, unfortunately. And that was like clean. It was super clean. I wish I downloaded that, but whatever.
You see, me and my dumbass, I'll have my card and I'll be like, "You have a pretty mouth." He's like, "No, put that shit down." He's like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
"I'll be
That
good."
first Godzilla film was a very mixed bag for me, but I did really like the parts when he appeared. Yes. Mm.
Yeah. I mean, but it's kind of like a callback to you know, kind of like old Godzilla movies or old monster movies. They don't show the monster till the end.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, and then people complain there's not enough Godzilla. So when King of the Monsters came out, we saw a lot of monsters, and then people complained there's too much monsters in
Oh
this
yeah,
movie.
the critics complain about there's too much monsters.
And you're staring at it like, sir, ma'am, what does this title say?
King of
Say it with me now. Godzilla, King of the monster. Now say it all at once. Godzilla and the humans. Fucking shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If
It's like, it does not say Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and friends.
and friends. Yeah. Yeah. Well, somebody said in the comments 4 years ago, said, if Godzilla took in the air to roar, he would generate a sudden change in air pressure due to his house-sized lungs, killing you before you even hear the roar.
Yep. Pretty true. And
Yeah.
then, again, me be down there at pretty much ground zero. Everyone flying away. I'm just like, where did everybody go? Yo, weak.
Oh, man.
And you just see my happy ass climbing and trying to sit on his shoulder, and I just go like, okay, faster.
Mm-hmm. Victory. Why is it saying Victoria? Whatever. I like the one at the end too. Yeah, when he basically beheads that thing. I'm gonna skip right into it.
Oh, the Muto.
The Muto. Yeah.
See, that should be me. I want to kiss like that.
Oh God.
I also like the little like he roars. He just tosses it.
The what?
Like I don't when he tosses the head.
Oh yeah.
It's like at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to play with you no more.
Yeah. Yep. He just drops the head. Yep.
Which again, this is I think the Hudson River or something.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. I think.
So how deep is that fucking thing?
I don't know, man. Blah. I thought this part was cool. I like that part. That's what I will give for the first Godzilla film. This one does sound a little more complete, but it's not the same ending for this part. This part. Yeah, But minor complaint, whatever.
Okay. One complaint, or many complaints, but this was my major one. Legendary films? Since, Godzilla versus Kong and then Kong and Godzilla were kind of like, on the playful end, right? They're like playful movies when you look at it as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Legendary Godzilla because he's fit now. He lost some pounds.
Yeah.
He has to do the dance.
No.
I need to see it in some form or another.
And the drop kick.
Well, remember, if he does the drop kick, the only way that will make sense for us viewers, if Jet Jaguar is in the next movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You put that fucker in, I'll be like, you come here. How many times did you watch that movie? And can I shake your hand? Like, GG, shake my hand.
GG's, yeah. I was gonna say, I if they do bring in Jet Jaguar, I hope to God it's not just a fucking robot. I hope it's like like an Ultraman, like some dude like transforming into or something. I don't know. That's just me.
I'm fine with it being a robot. I just don't want it to be like fucking that Netflix series
Yeah,
version of
you're right.
Jaguar.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes,
Also,
it is true
if
that.
they do bring Jet Jaguar,
Mhm.
I don't want it to speak. I want it to make those fucking bells and whistles sound like
Like,
in the
woo! Yeah.
doing, doing. It's like,
Yep.
and then somehow the creators, can understand it. Like Pokemon trainers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pika 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 pika. It's like, oh, he says he's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Pika pika pika. Oh, I can't say that. Why? What did he say? What did Pikachu say? What do you say?
Yep. There was this.
If legendary was gonna bring a monster,
Mm.
a fan favorite monster for this upcoming one. I hope it's the. Well, I call them. They're not twins, but I call them like the two bros. They better put in Gigan
Oh, Megalon.
and Megalon.
Yeah.
Put in the two bros.
Yep.
I was like, oh, you're playing the entire movie?
No, I'm just taking snippets of it. There you go. Boosh.
Ride the kick is like wrong show. Wrong franchise.
Yeah.
We don't wanna.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this kick right here. I was like, oh shit, that was actually pretty cool. And him just running across, yeah. I remember that.
Which I forget which it wasn't Ultraman. Yeah. Which again, like a lot of tokusatsu actors, they have hit the trifecta.
Mm.
But I forgot there was one actor that was in the trifecta that was also it was the, if you remember Minus One, the character that he really wanted to join the Navy or the Army, and he was like, oh, happy and giddy.
Mm.
But they had to turn him away because he got hurt.
Oh.
And then at the end of the movie, he came back with everyone, with all the other ships.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that actor,
yeah. I remember that
Yeah.
guy. Yeah.
So that actor was also, well, one, he was a Super Sentai. He was part of the Gokaiger. He was the pirate. He was the pirate Super Sentai. Gokai Blue. And he was in a Kamen Rider, and then he was in an Ultraman. I think it was the 2022 Ultraman that he was in. And then he was in Minus One. So he went above and beyond. So he's not in the trifecta now. He's in the quad factor.
Damn.
Yeah, if you type in Gokai Blue, I think you'll recognize his face.
Bleh. Which one should I click on?
I'll go down. I'm trying to look for it, like see his face. There. Right there. With the target.
Oh, okay.
Try find him without the suit on. How's everybody?
Oh, him?
Here's the yep. That was the one that came to save the day at the end of Minus One.
Yep. Yep. Damn, he got hair.
Yeah, it threw me off
Mm-hmm.
because it was like, wait, that's Kokai Blue?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm used to him seeing with long hair. With short hair,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, who are you? You know, you had to like go like this. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, that is you.
What if somehow for the -1 sequel, somehow they bring in Jet Jaguar and then they have that same character become Jet Jaguar because he's doing so tokusatsu anyway. He has the
Oh,
tokusatsu.
like he be the. I can see.
Yeah, he becomes Jet Jaguar, or at least he pilots it or something. I don't know. That would be pretty funny. Yeah.
Also, everybody, you may say that Super Sentai and Kamen Rider is for kids. No, they actually hit a lot of like
Dark notes.
yeah, a lot of dark notes,
Mhm.
including like anime. Some animes like, wow, this is so happy-go-lucky. Nope, they will hit that dark episode in a heartbeat.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I'm making my group watch Digimon Cross Wars,
Oh.
and we just finished an episode where the main protagonist explains why he wants to help a lot of people.
Mm.
When he was a kid, he couldn't save a random person from their fate
Mm-hmm.
because it was a little kid crying. So the main protagonist is like, "Are you okay? Do you want me to help you?" And little kissing, leave me alone, go away. And fine. So walking away, sees an ambulance coming this way. So he runs back to see, like, oh, I hope it's not that kid that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
The kid had a soccer ball with him, and that was the only thing that was left on the sidewalk.
Oh.
So in the uncut version, or not the uncut version, in like the actual screenplay of what happened to that kid, let's just say he walked forward into the freeway.
Mm. Damn.
And they're like, this is a kid show. Yo,
Mm.
happy. We get isekai to another happy world.
Yeah.
Now let's watch this little kid walk forward.
Yeah. Even like something like One Piece hits the really sad dark notes too.
One Piece fucking hits every note.
Every
It's
note.
like,
Yeah.
the movie, fucking Gold,
Mhm.
one of my favorite One Piece movies, doesn't shy away of like, oh yeah, this girl was sold off to slavery.
Yeah.
The other slavery, and I'm like, you didn't have to show, I think it was like, or him saying what happens. Like, you did not need to say it. You could have just said she went missing,
Mm-hmm.
but no, I couldn't find her because she was sold off to this. I'm like, and when he said, oh, these people bought them, I was like, oh, yep, I know what they do. Fuck the Celestial Dragons. I hope they die.
Yeah. Hope they get
I
their
mean, at this
comeuppance.
point, at this point, I think Luffy can just walk up to them and just annihilate them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I mean,
Just fucking go into fucking gear,
year 5th or
gear 5, and just fucking whack them upside the head.
just backhands them.
Well, maybe not even back. He could just do this, and they all just fly like away.
Yeah,
How much power?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's play this one last time and let's go sign off.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah.
And fuck. We'll fuck off. Wait, hold on. Sorry. One more time. Encore. All right, cool. Well, that's all we got. That's all we got today. Good times, good talk. Bunch of Godzilla at the end because we love the big G, man. Can't help it. All right. Hope hopefully the video came out okay because yeah, we were suffering some encode overloading issues, but hopefully that gets ironed out the next time we stream. But I think we'll have us take a break for next week unless something like really big comes up in the news, like oh, switch to something goes down in price or something. I don't know. Something happens with something to that scale. But I think we'll take a break for the most part. So with that, either way, thank you very much, and we hope to see you all in the next one. Bye bye.
That's the essence, life's true goal. Not just trails and battles tough. Go take and draw and simple stuff. Even when it's getting rough, take it easy, having fun is just enough.
Yeah, the shining golden signs.
Let your inner spark ignite.
That treasure, growing bright.
Reach out for it and take a flight.
Lucky enough, at least you try. Shame love in yourself to find.
No doubt, face